The Dodgers took 3 of 4 from the Cardinals. Somebody finally cleaned San Francisco, and the Dodgers are headed to Wrigleyville.
San Francisco stinks.
Hey guys, welcome to a very special edition of Lad Talk Mason,
Why is it special?
episode 50. Milestones.
Milestones. It's been a fun year. It's been a fun ride. 50 episodes. You told me that right before we record. I had no idea. Can't believe it.
And just for the occasion,
New digs.
We're in a new spot. Gonna be a little roomier in here.
Yeah, a little bit
spread
more
out a
room.
little bit.
Yeah.
An awesome first couple of weeks
Yeah.
for the Dodgers. They opened up at home against the Cardinals
Yes.
after that short series in South Korea.
They did pretty good.
And it was a whole lot
Pretty
of
good.
fun. Glasnow getting his second opening day start of the season.
Yes.
He had the one in South Korea opening day. True opening day here at Dodger Stadium. His first start at Dodger Stadium as a Dodger.
Yeah, and he did really phenomenal. You know, growing up right around the stadium in LA, how good does it feel to be able to grow up and play on the ballpark you've always gone out and watched?
It's a
great.
dream. It's a dream. And the dream came to life. He was very good in this one. 6
Real good.
solid innings out of Glasnow. And picking up his first victory as a Dodger, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. That 1 run coming on the home run from Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
That guy's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Really strong. But you know what? That's almost all that he did in this whole series.
He hit a home run. And on the offense side, the Dodgers 10 hits in this one, scoring 7 runs, beating the Cardinals 7-1.
What a day.
Ohtani picking up 2 hits for the Dodgers in this one. Freddie Freeman had 2 hits. He drove in 3 runs. Max Muncy driving in a couple runs. And this offense is a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. And of course, I mean, you have the big 3, the best, honestly, the best first 3 batters in a lineup in all of baseball, hands down, no arguments there. And you got your 4, 5, 6 hole guys, which, I mean, you got Will Smith, your best catcher in baseball. Then you got Muncy, who, when he gets a hold of one, it's going to go really far. Teoscar Hernandez has been really good. So, I mean, you only got to worry about the bottom 3. They're still going to get on base and still going to run fast. This is a tough lineup. This is a really tough lineup for any team out there.
Teoscar Hernandez, red hot start to the season.
Oh, my gosh.
He's hitting them out right and left.
He can see the ball. They were saying that, or he was saying that, you know, he couldn't see in Seattle. He was worried, he's like, something wrong with my eyes? He's like, I feel like, you know, the mound is too far this way. Or he's just driving the ball.
I can't see.
Can't see nothing.
Can't see nothing. But he did get his first hit at Dodger Stadium as a Dodger in this one, going 1 for 4. Big win there. Yarbrough coming out of the pen for the 3-inning save. You gotta love a 3-inning save.
Good for him. We need somebody like that in the pen. Now, he doesn't have the hardest stuff, you know. He's not going to hit 95 even. He's probably not going to hit 90, no more than 93. But he's got wicked stuff. It's going to move a lot. Weird.
Strange. But yeah, the offense coming out strong early. Mookie gets on early.
That's what he does.
Ohtani got a little too excited, overran second base, but then Freddie comes up right behind him and smacks it an RBI single.
No problem. I mean, to this point, Mookie's batting like over 600. His, I think, OPS at the end of this series was like over 2,000. Like, he's just that good. I mean, how good is that to have won a World Series in both leagues, won an AL MVP, and then this year, you're probably going to win the NL MVP. We like that. What a stud.
What a stud.
I hope he puts on a Dodger hat for the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Calling it here.
Going on to game 2 in this one. Dodgers picking up the victory 6-3 in this one. Bobby Miller, one of the best starts of his career, struck out 11 through 6 innings.
Crazy. I mean, he's got an electric arm. He was our ace last year. I mean, I can't talk enough about him. It really was Miller time, and he shut him down. Nothing else to say. Just what a stud. What a start.
All right, end of the podcast.
Okay,
We're
bye.
done.
See you later.
Dodgers teed off against Zach Thompson. 5 runs against him. Mookie Betts hitting a home run 2nd day in a row.
So good.
I mean,
can't say enough about him.
What else can you say?
You can't. I mean, we talked about he's going to win MVP in, I don't know, everything else that comes with it. Silver Slugger, Platinum Slugger.
Give him more awards. The guy
They
needs
need a
more.
big, yeah. This
He's
is
going
not
to need
enough.
some more shelf space.
He's got a brand new full-time position. Now, I don't want to say brand new because he's done this before, but in the big leagues, he has rarely played the infield, let alone shortstop, and he's now the everyday middle infielder.
Primo.
He's so good.
Teoscar Hernandez, 2 home runs in this one. Oh, don't you just love to see him smack those hanging curveballs out of the yard?
I love this guy. I mean,
What a pickup.
it was a really under the radar compared to the, Yamamoto, Otani deal, stuff like that. But it was just like a sneaky deal, and it's paid off tremendously. He's doing fantastic against lefties. That's what he does. That's why they got him to mash against lefties.
Best slugging percentage against lefties since 2020.
Super strong.
That guy's
Really
strong. He must hit the weight room.
Yeah.
You know who else hits the weight room sometimes? Miguel Rojas, because he hit a home run in this one, first of the year.
I don't think Jazz has.
Ooh, Jazz has one.
That sucks.
Jazz has one. Jazz
Okay.
does have one.
Okay. But the
You-
Marlins are 0-8.
The Marlins are 0-8 since Jazz Chisholm called out Miggy Rowe.
Yep. That's what happened.
Jazz Chisholm's hitting under 200.
Oh, yeah.
Miguel Rojas is hitting home runs.
It sucks to suck. You
And-
know what? Just let the game do the talking. Okay. Shut up.
Ball don't lie.
Just shut up.
Ball don't lie. Then you had Will Smith in this one, picking up a double. He's off to a hot start in the season.
Well, he's not concussed. That's the difference.
that's the difference.
That's the difference. You don't take, 17 foul balls in one inning against the Dome, and you'll be fine.
His head doesn't hurt anymore.
Crazy, right?
His head used to hurt. It doesn't hurt
Who
anymore.
would have thought?
Who'd have thunk
He's
it?
not concussed. What a stud. He's so good.
After Bobby Miller, you had Michael Grove, Ryan Brazier, Evan Phillips picking up his second save of the season.
Oh,
Michael Grove's not ready.
he's not. I was going to touch on Phillips. We'll come back. But yes, it must be addressed. Grove is not ready for the pros. He's not ready as a starter. He's not ready out of the pen. His stuff isn't playing at this level yet. Not to say that he can't do it, just not yet.
He doesn't have the put away pitch.
No. He'll get you 2 strikes, and then he's leaving something over the plate and is getting ripped.
He's got to, I don't know what direction they go with him.
Yeah.
You got to develop another pitch or get some more depth on that slider. It's just not getting the job done.
Like Oral Hershiser likes to say.
Well, it's like a cement mixer roll. And then
Okay, Oral. But yeah, he does need to get more depth on it. He's just not ready. He's just not ready yet.
Evan Phillips,
He's just
What
so
a-
good.
what a blessing he has been to this bullpen.
He really was, and it was just like it was a random pickup. I think it was released by his last team. We just know what we're doing, and we fixed him, and he's the best reliever in baseball right now. That might be. There you go.
He's up there. He's up there for sure.
Sure.
Put away stuff. You talk about a
Phil.
put away slider.
Yes.
That guy's got it going on.
It's moving this much left and right,
I like that.
and he's got pinpoint stuff with his fastball. I mean, it plays so well off the fastball. Your pitches aren't going to play well if you don't have that velocity, and he does. He's got mid to high 90 stuff, and then his slider's going to be like 80 something, like moving that much. Really good.
And he becomes even more important with Gratterall being transferred to the 60-day injured list.
60.
He's not eligible to come back until May 18th
Oh,
at the earliest.
That's
But that's a guy we got to get right because when
Yes.
he's right, he's outstanding. One of the best relievers in baseball last year.
I think it was robbed of reliever of the year for sure, but yeah, so good. We need him back badly.
Game 3 now. A game the Dodgers should have won.
Oh, that was
kind of
upsetting.
blew up things in the 7th inning after a terrific start by Yamamoto,
Yes.
who needed to bounce back. 5 innings.
He shoved. Looks so good.
5 innings, just 2 hits, no runs, struck out 5. And then you get into the bullpen. Daniel Hudson has been terrific.
So good.
Wonderful to have that guy back. And then Joe Kelly. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe
He's
Kelly.
so hit and miss. He can be like the best for you one day and then just be terrible the next time he comes out. I don't get it.
There's just certain times where he has no idea where that ball's going to end up.
I don't know how that happens as a pro. As a professional, you got to know. But it's upsetting.
You got catcher's interference going on.
Just a lot of shenanigans.
Just a whole lot of shenanigans.
It's the beginning of the season, and those things are going to happen. You got to work through it, but it can't happen in baseball. Don't let it happen.
Dodgers making it interesting, though, tying it up in the 9th.
They do. They do not go away. This lineup will not go away. And that's a great thing because you always have to have faith in your team. And late in the innings, last year, those late innings, they just didn't really have it as much as they do right now. Because they could just lose the lead, and then I have a feeling that next inning, they can put up another run or two.
Mookie 3 for 4 in this one. Will Smith 3 for 5. He drove in 2.
Stud.
Muncy driving in a run in this one. The lineup's firing on all cylinders. Yeah. Outman's been struggling. Hayward down to the injured list.
That's
with,
another
back tightness.
That's another guy we need. And Outman's going to bounce back. I mean, up to this point, he's batting like low 100, 154. So I mean, that's upsetting. But he'll bounce back. That's what happened last year. Started hot, cooled off for a long time, and then just came back hitting again. So he'll find it. But the thing is, he's not striking out a lot. The same with Lux. They're driving the ball just right at him. They're not able to get those, doubles in the gap or base hits over him. They're hitting line drives and hard, just right at guys.
You got to give credit to Lance Lynn in this one. Was tough through 4 innings. Pitched out of some traffic jams in the first couple innings. That first inning, bases loaded, nobody out. Struck out the next 3 guys.
Couldn't do it. That was really upsetting. I mean, that set the tone. The bases were loaded, and I thought, well, I'm glad we got rid of him, and then just shuts me up. So that sucked.
We predicted home run derby against Lance. It was not home run derby against Lance. Moving on to the finale in this one. This was a really good ball game.
Yes.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, and it was a fun one to watch.
Don't like ESPN.
Ooh, terrible, stupid network.
But great
like
game.
It. But great game. Glad we got to watch it. Teoscar Hernandez driving in 2 in this one. He had 2 hits, including his 3rd home run of the season.
Yes. So good. I mean, he's tied with Mookie Betts as the MLB leaders, I think, in home runs to this point. Like that. So good. Strong dude.
Good stuff there. Gavin Stone, he looked okay. Pitched. He battled.
He definitely did what he could. Got you 5 solid innings. He only gave up 3 earned runs. I mean, in a big league game, that's doing your job. It's pretty good.
Striking out 6 there.
Yeah.
And it came down to the wire. Max Muncy with the go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th.
He knew it immediately.
Oh, he crushed it.
He pimped that.
He pimped it.
He pimped it.
Big
bad.
Big pimpin'.
It's so funny.
That Max big pimpin'.
So good.
Good stuff there. Mookie Betts finally returned to earth a little bit. 0 for 4 in this one after hitting everything in the 5 games leading up to this.
He's put on some weight coming into the season, they said. I don't know exactly how much, but I want to say 10 to 15 pounds of not just generic muscle, but he's put the muscle, the weight on in the right places to hit the ball hard. He is driving the ball this season. Last season, starting out, he always starts out slow, normally, except for this season. He is not missing the fastball. That was his issue starting out last year. He was just behind, underneath it. He is driving fastballs right now. So if you're any other pitcher that's facing Mookie Betts right now, no heaters. He'll still hit it, so whatever. Try your best. Do your worst.
Do your worst.
It's not going to happen.
But big win in this one to take the series 3-1. Then the San Francisco Giants came to town, and it couldn't have gone any better. The Dodgers cleaned their clocks, cleaned San Francisco. Somebody needed to do it. It's getting dirty. Mookie Betts continuing his hot streak in this one.
Gosh.
Speaking of hot streaks, Teoscar Hernandez hit another home run, his 4th of the season.
Off which Rogers?
Tyler.
Whatever
One of
the
them.
submarine righty is.
Guys.
That was really nasty last year. He just doesn't have it so far. He hit a moonshot off him. Like, he should have pimped it, but it was just obliterated. It was such a good shot.
Little frisbee of a slider, and Teo didn't miss it.
Whirly-dirly, and it didn't move.
King crushed.
4-iron.
Freddie Freeman 3 for 4 in this one. He drove
Stud.
in 2. Will Smith drove in 2. This lineup is just insane.
Yeah, it's hard to pitch around because you can get Mookie Betts out or you walk him, and that's probably the least amount of damage he's going to do. And then you got Ohtani-san, and then good old reliable Freddie Freeman up. Like, how are you going to pitch against all these guys?
On the mound, James Paxton was good in his first start as a Dodger. He went 5 innings. Big Maple. No runs allowed by Big Maple. Struck out 5. He did walk 5, but able to pitch around it.
Yeah, able to pitch around it. I mean, you don't want to have a start where you're giving up 5 walks, but if you can pitch around it, did a pretty good job. We needed that.
Big old Maple. Ryan Brazier giving up his first run of the year, but he's been fantastic for the Dodgers. We also saw Dinelson Lamet for the first time, former Padre.
Looked pretty good.
And he looks like he's going to be a decent arm for us out of the bullpen.
Yeah, getting a little ahead of ourselves, but he pitched today against the Cubs. We'll get into that next video. Still pretty good. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I like them. I mean, they're going to use them. They've used them a lot so far.
So Dodgers winning in commanding fashion 8-3 in Game 1. Game 2 was a little bit more interesting. Dodgers scoring first in this one. Another first inning run. There you go. Mookie just gets it started. Freddie just drives him in. That's what it takes.
That's what they do.
Mookie with his 5th home run of the year in this one. He can't be stopped. And he did it off of Logan Webb.
Logan Webb's tough, dude. He really had our number last year, even the last couple years.
This was his first loss ever at Dodger Stadium.
Good. More to come.
More to come.
Wow, that's saying something, dude. Well, stuff moves like 2 feet midair.
Nasty sinker slider combination, and he spots it very well.
He was getting a lot of calls off the plate.
Phil Cuzzy, that's a sticky guy. That's a sticky guy.
Ooh. I want to throw somebody out. I got to touch his hand.
I don't want to touch that guy's hand. I want to shake your hand. Bullpen game in this one, we were going, what are we doing bullpen game against Logan Webb? But the bullpen was really good outside of Yarbrough, who got hit around a little bit. But he did eat up 4 1/3 innings for the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give us 4 innings, we don't expect you to just put up a big old goose egg every time. But 4 runs isn't the best. It's not the worst. You can give up 4 runs and probably should still win a ball game, or at least a close one. And it was close. Thankfully, we came up with the W.
And Kike with the big clutch hit in this one. Love to see Kike have success.
Kike back. Love it.
Like that. And, coming away with the victory in this one, still scoring 5 runs, even though they left 8 guys on base. Just 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position, but still getting the job done. And then we'll move on to the finale. Yes. Another nail biter in this one, but Dodgers able to lock it down. Another 5-4 victory, and Glasnow was good once again.
I mean,
so far he's made us eat our words.
Yeah, and I hope he can stay on the field. I mean, we talked about it. We always talked about how we weren't happy with it because of his, reputation coming into this deal. But I remember saying if he can stay on the field and stay healthy, he's gonna produce, and he has done just that. It's been 3 starts now, and we got 3 studs. We got Glasnow. Miller, when he's on, he's so good. Yamamoto came out with a vengeance this last time. And Big Maple, solid stuff.
Big Maple looked real good, and that fastball had a lot of life on it.
I mean, when he's healthy, when Glasnow's healthy, if they can stay healthy, they're going to do so much for us this year. We need them in October. That's all I'm going to say. Just get me to October, baby.
And guess what? Miggy Rowe did again in this one.
Did he hit a home run?
He hit a home run.
What a stud.
And
so good, man.
You love to see it. He said he's made some swing tweaks in the offseason, and so far paying off.
Yeah, I mean, he's not late on pitches. He's all over it. He's seen the ball really well, obviously, because it's not just the home runs. He's hitting the baseball, whether they're getting down or not always, but he's driving the baseball. He's not swinging and missing like he did a lot last year, so I'm happy. Super happy.
And Dinelson Lamet picking up his first career save in this one.
There he is. Looked real good. I thought, why? Let Hudson come back, because Hudson barely threw any pitches. I mean, I think it was like 13 pitches he threw, and I thought, bring him back out. Why not? Yeah, Lamet was pretty good, so leave him out there.
So Dodgers coming away with the sweep of the Giants, sent them packing.
So good.
We love to see that. And then moving on, they had the day off Thursday. Heading to Chicago, and we saw him play today, and what a strange game. The wind was blowing, the sun was out.
Really cold.
Really cold, and you saw the players have some issues with fly balls. Jan Gomes, there was a fly ball behind the dish, and it just took off on him. So strange game. Ball was flying out towards right field, and Ohtani, as a result of that, hitting a dinger maybe wouldn't have gotten out on a normal day.
Probably not, especially on a cold LA night. But I mean, this thing he looked like he barely swung. And he was in front of it too, and it just took off. As soon as he hit it, I thought, if that's fair, that's going to be long gone. And it did. It actually hit somebody's beard and splashed. It was great. It was a great sight. You know what? He's warming up. This was, they said that this was the slowest start to his MLB career to start a season. And it was only 8 games. It was only like 8 games before he hit a home run finally.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
Got 2 in a row. 2 games in a row.
But in this one, it was a tale of 2 innings for Bobby Miller. That first inning struck out the side, and then the second inning just completely blew up.
He threw like 40 pitches that second inning.
Wow. It just fell apart on him. Gave up the home run to Dansby, and then a couple walks here and there. One thing led to another. RBI double from Seiya Suzuki. 5 runs. Not getting out of the second inning. And the offense battled back, but Michael Grove ended up allowing 3 runs in the later innings, and the Dodgers not able to come away with the victory in this one.
Yeah, super upsetting. Definitely a game that they could have and should have won behind Miller, but at the same time, it starts with the pitcher. Tough second inning. This was actually kind of like a homecoming for him, because he grew up apparently within 30 minutes away of Chicago, so this is kind of his home ballpark he would come and watch baseball games at. So I'm hoping that the nerves didn't get to him, because he's usually really calm, cool, and collective, but the Windy City's no joke. It's tough. It's a tough place to play, and the Cubs are really young and really, really tough to play against. So more power to them, but I hope we just win the next 2. Win out. It could be done. With this lineup, it definitely can happen.
And you got to give a quick shout out to Michael Busch, the former Dodger top prospect that they traded this offseason, hitting a home run today. And then Dodgers mounting a comeback in the 9th, and he makes the diving catch on the out line drive to seal the deal.
That would have tied the game.
Sealed the deal.
But what a play.
Got to give him his props there.
Yeah, tip the cap. I hate that it's against us, but good for you, dude.
Mookie picking up a hit in this one to stay hot. Ohtani 2 for 5 with that home run. Freddie with the base hit. Will Smith went 4 for 5.
Stud.
You got Teoscar Hernandez. He went 3 for 5. He drove in 4 runs.
He is so good. What a sneaky little pickup.
Wow.
Just leave him in the lineup. I don't care if there's not a lefty. And they've done that. They've just left him in playing. What a stud. I mean, think about it. We probably
hot hand.
We would not have picked him up if Mookie didn't move to the infield. How good of a move that was to bring him in and then allow for the pickup of another strong bat like that. Oh, so good.
Thank you, Mookie.
Thanks, Mook.
So Dodgers dropping the first game in this series. Let's look at the next 2. Going to have a couple day games. Tomorrow it'll be 1 o'clock. Yamamoto against the lefty Jordan Wicks. So you're going to see Teoscar Hernandez in the lineup again here against the lefty.
Even if it's not against the lefty, let him play.
Put him in.
Let him play. 3 for 5. 4 RBIs. Yes, please.
So Yamamoto looking for another good performance. It would have been nice to have things line up, because in the final game of the series, it's going to be Imanaga going for the Cubs. And that would have been a cool little Japan versus Japan, new guy, big-time free agent signing in the offseason matchup to start the year. Instead, he's going up against Gavin Stone.
And love Stone. Hope for the best. That would have been an incredible story. That would have been the headline for every baseball analyst, baseball show, baseball article. That would have been the headline. Japan versus Japan. New guy versus new guy. Contract versus contract. That would have been pretty cool to see. But good luck, Stone. I believe in you.
They got to figure it out. Doc Roberts, you got to call up Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell, you got to call up Doc Roberts. Line this up, guys. That'd be a big matchup. Let's make it happen.
Make it happen. But yeah, hope for Yamamoto to come back. Another strong start. He's got the stuff. His splitter was incredible playing off his fastball. I mean, people were just, it would land 3 feet in front of the plate, and people were just like, "Oh, that's not a strike." So yeah, make him look silly.
Silly.
Real
quick, got to touch on one more thing. Let's look around the league. A little bit of talk on this. You saw the beef between Rhys Hoskins and Jeff McNeil. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
Crybaby McNeil.
Crybaby McNeil took exception to Rhys Hoskins going in hard at second base.
Serve.
Soft serve.
Soy boy.
Speaking of soft serve, that'd be perfect.
That's what we got. That's what came in the hat at the game.
Maybe he needs a bigger helmet because he's pretty soft serve.
That's good.
John Boy showed a bunch of videos of McNeil completely giving up on a potential double play. He either leaves the base path and doesn't block the throw at all, or he'll slide 20 feet in front of the base and no hustle, no grit. This is what they teach you, and I think this is why the Mets are in shambles the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, you can't buy a winning team, and especially when you have crybaby soy boys on your team. There you go. That's what happens.
Enough about that. Let's wrap it up right there, Mason. Guys, if you stayed this long into the video, thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's go Dodgers.
Adios.
Cool.